about weight, especially at the divisions other than the heavyweight division. So you don't think about it too much in the heavyweight division. But Kownacki is coming in here at 260 pounds. That's a full 20 pounds more than his last fight.
Yeah, and that speaks a lot. It says a lot about what he's doing. Is he gaining weight professionally, nutritionally, or is he just out of shape? We're about to find out.
All right, so we are going to find out. This is a fight that is in the heavyweight division. And it features a couple of guys who have only one loss between them. And right now, let's go up to the center of the ring. Here is Jimmy Lennon Jr. for the introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you, and welcome to Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, New York, as Premier Boxing Champions presents a special attraction in the ring in our big night of action, brought to you by DeBella Entertainment, TGB Promotions, and Showtime, and we are sponsored by Casa Noble Tequila, The Noble Pursuit, and Corona Extra, who invites you to find your beach. All right, fans, at this time we present a heavyweight special attraction in the ring. Introducing to you our three judges, scoring from ringside, Carlos Ortiz Jr., Robert Pettis, and Tony Paolillo. And our third man to the ring, the referee in charge of the action, Sade Murdoch. All right, fans, here we go. A showdown in the heavyweight division, scheduled 10 rounds of boxing. Introducing you first on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks with the red trim, fighting out of Los Angeles by way of Georgia. He weighed in at 220.5 pounds. His fight record stands at 26 wins, 1 loss, with 18 wins coming by way of knockout. Ranked the IBF number 15 heavyweight contender. Please welcome the former WBA Intercontinental Cruiserweight Champion, Iago Kiladze. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the blue corner in this 10-round attraction, wearing white trunks with the red trim. Originally from Łomża, Poland, raised in Brooklyn and residing in Melville, Long Island. He weighed in at 260 pounds. His record, 16 wins, no losses, 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the undefeated WBC number 12 world-ranked heavyweight contender, introducing Adam Babyface Kownacki. And once again, a referee in charge, Sade Murdoch, now to give instructions.
Okay, gentlemen, both of your trunks are good. As a reminder, obey the commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. When I call for the break, I want you to give me the clean break. Touch gloves, let's go to work, fellas. All right.
So that's the matchup for our first fight of the evening. Adam Kownacki against Iago Kiladze. And both these guys really confident of winning.
And a couple of points. One is you heard Kownacki got a big applause. He's Polish. There's a huge Polish contingent here always. Anytime a Polish fighter fights in New York, you see that. Secondly, his nickname, Sean, is Babyface, but it might be Baby Fat.
Yeah, I'm seeing it. We know he gained some weight, but we're about to find out if he brought the muscle with him.
That's it. He throws a lot of punches.
He's got a guy in front of him who comes in here extremely confident. Freddie Roach is in his corner. Freddie speaks very highly of him, and Freddie is not a guy who's prone to hyperbole.
You know, I don't know much about Kiladze, but seeing Freddie in this corner, it gives me confidence in him because I know what Freddie is I know what he brings to the ring as a trainer. So I know he's going to be able to keep his distance, use his jab, and I think right now the most he's got to worry about is Babyface coming with some heavy punches and a lot of punches.
So far, Kiladze holding his own very much. There's a good right hand from Kiladze. Kiladze is a very sharp puncher.
And the strategy here is no secret. I mean, Kownacki wants to get in close and throw a lot of punches. And the former cruiserweight, Kiladze, wants to establish distance. He's 6'3", 6'4". He wants to get that jab working. But don't let that body fat fool you on Kownacki. He is a punch machine.
I'm not fooled at all. I think he's going to lay some heavy metal down on this fight right here against Kiladze.
Little blood from the nose early in this fight from Kownacki.
You see early on that Babyface there's no defense. You know, he's coming straight forward. He's using his jab a little bit. He's trying to get to the body and the head as well, but there's no defense behind it. Against a long-range fighter like Kiladze, you need defense.
Yeah, his defense is his offense, right?
Pretty good right hand right there from Kiladze.
Not always a bad defense.
So a flurry early from Kownacki, but since that time, Kiladze has been the sharper of the two.
Sharper of the two. He's got babyface bleeding. He's hitting babyface to the body.
Yes.
This is a great round for both guys. Right now, I see Kiladze as the one who's really taking control.
Very effective with his shots. There was a good right hand, but he took a right hand right back to Kownacki.
Kownacki coming off the biggest win of his career, a surprise upset knockout of Arthur Szpilka, who gave Deontay Wilder some trouble. So a lot of momentum for Kownacki. With Kiladze, he's looking to establish himself as a heavyweight. And in the heavyweight division, unlike other divisions, sometimes all it takes is one fight, and you're right, you're knocking on the door of a title fight.
It's always funny. It's always that one shot, that one big moment, and then you're a rising star. So both of these guys have it.
2-3 good jabs from Kownacki. Crowd is going to react to Kownacki much more than they are to Kiladze, so keep that in mind.
And it will fool you, you know, by the audience. You think Kownacki is winning this fight. Great round, great first round.
Yeah, I thought so too. Action first round for two big guys.
See Freddie Roach, he only trains about 12 fighters. And you know that people are asking him every day of the week, will you train me, at the Wildcard Gym? And he's pretty selective. I mean, he can afford to be selective. He's, you know, 7-time trainer of the year. The fact that he shows an interest in Kiladze speaks a lot.
And we asked him why, and he said, I like his work ethic. He said he's one of the hardest workers I've got in the gym, and as a result, he's got the main guy in his corner.
I've been out there. I've been at the Wild Card. I've trained there for a number of years, and I've seen guys come out there thinking that Freddie's going to train them, and he doesn't. But it's something as simple as work ethic, something as simple as maybe your focus that really grabs the attention of a great coach in Freddie Roach.
And if he gives you a key to the basement, you know you got a problem.
That's right. There's two levels of Wild Card. One level's for the world-class fighters, the other level is for the everyday guys.
I like both levels.
I assume they're checking the nose, right?
Yeah, I think so. It was bleeding pretty profusely in the first round.
I'll tell you what, that's a part of the commission that has changed that I actually appreciate. Anything going on health-wise, in between or during any round, they will stop the fight for the doctors to come up and take a look and make sure everything is all right. I think that's really beneficial to the fighters. One fighter may have, you know, an edge going into a round, but, you know, as a fighter, you got to appreciate that they're looking out for your health as well as, you know, everything else and the entertainment that comes along with boxing.
And talk a little bit about when your nose starts bleeding. It's bleeding quite heavily here, even in the second round. Affects your breathing, can affect your whole game, right?
Are you asking me?
I am asking you.
Don't ask me. I'm blessed. I've been doing this sport since I was 8 and 30. I've never had a nosebleed.
Really?
And, yeah, man, I've just been extremely blessed. But I do know that it will affect your breathing, your thinking, and it goes on from there.
Nice three-punch combination from Kiladze. Kiladze's sticking and moving pretty well here.
He's doing one thing effectively also. He's able to throw his punches sometimes when he's backing up. Now, you're not going to get much on your punches when you're backing up, but if he can score points when he's backing up, and it helps him keep a distance from Kownacki, which, of course, is what he wants to do.
And also remember this. Kownacki does not use defense. He's going to walk right into those punches, so he's going to help whatever Kiladze is taking off of his shots by backing up. He's going to get it and keep it with Kownacki walking into it.
Walking into the shot.
Yeah, I'm just going to call him Babyface. Babyface is going to walk into those punches, and he'll take a little bit of power from walking into it.
Babyface right now is bloody face.
Yeah.
And I think those body shots of Kiladze are very strong. Another good body shot. So far, a dominant round for Kiladze.
Yeah, and I gave him the first round, even though
I did too.
Kownacki threw 83 punches in that first round and outlanded Kiladze, but I think Kiladze won the round. And Sean knows this. The thing about Kownacki, that pressure is not only meant to score points, but it's a mental pressure as well.
It's mental pressure as well. So even though,
because you do it,
yeah, even though Babyface is taking some punches right now, he's able to take those punches and keep moving. A guy delivering those shots, once he sees that someone's taking his punches, he's going to think to himself, what can I do? He's not stopping.
Right.
And that may, change the momentum of the fight. That alone could change the momentum of the fight into the Babyface's, into his favor.
Good body shot, right hand to the head and left to the body by Kownacki.
Kiladze on occasion holding. That's smart, but you could see Kownacki was fighting him off.
I tell
Good
you
right
what,
hand from Kiladze right there.
he's pinpoint right now. He's right on point with everything he's throwing. Great round.
Big round for him. I think you're right, Steve, though. He does throw a lot of punches backing up, but he gets there with them.
It's all about securing ring position, geography. He wants to be a distance from an arm's length away from his opponent.
And the Babyface is making it easy for him. It sometimes can be difficult to judge your range and distance, but when you got a guy coming straight at you, it makes that part of boxing a lot easier. When you know, if I throw my hand out there, he's going to be right there for it.
And you see Kiladze has been fairly consistent in punching to the body. And then he goes upstairs and he, again, backing up. He lands that big right hand right on the point of the chin. It's not going to have that much of an effect, but it's a clean punch. Clean power punch, too.
It's safe to say that the difference in this fight right now is the defense. Kiladze has it. Babyface does not. Kiladze is winning the fight.
Yep. So this is round 3. Kiladze moving, maybe making Kownacki chase him. Good left hand slipped in by Kownacki.
A little bit more holding now by Kiladze.
You know what? That mental thing, it works both ways. You got a guy that you have to catch up to, and then when you catch up to him, he grabs you. What can I do? He's too far away for me to hit him. Then when I get up on him, he's grabbing me. You know? So
right hand by Kownacki. Kiladze's right there. Blood alongside the eye now. I believe it's coming from the eye. I can't tell. It might be a smear from the nose.
Is there a cut in Kiladze's hairline? You see red up there.
There is blood there, but it's hard to tell where it's coming from because there's so much blood from the nose of Kownacki.
I think this has been a better round for Babyface so far. You can see why his fans love him.
Oh, yeah.
He's an action guy.
Absolutely. Charming guy, too. Really nice guy to talk to.
Yeah, he's an action guy. He does not stop coming. Looks like Kiladze may be slowing down a little bit, maybe even just pacing himself. Much better round for the Babyface.
He was getting busted up, though.
Yeah. Sean, you mentioned pacing himself. That's a great point because when you're fighting the guy that's going to be in your face all fight, you want to control tempo. So you do it by holding. You do it maybe by jabbing a little bit and keeping him at a distance. All the little tricks that experience takes. And Kiladze's had 120 amateur fights in addition to his pro fights.
Exactly. And I think you see a little bit of all of it coming too now here in the third round. The first round we saw mostly hands. The second round you saw Kiladze use his feet a little bit more, and now you're starting to see him get a little bit closer and grab and hold a little bit from time to time. It's all a part of being a professional, understanding where you are in the ring and knowing what to do and right times to do it.
Kiladze living in Los Angeles now from his native Georgia.
Guys, I think Kiladze's legs are getting a little heavier. And one way you could tell is most of his movement lateral or is it backing up? If it's backing up, that's not good. And right now he's backing up.
Or leaning in.
Right, exactly.
I agree 100%. You're not seeing the bounce and the left and right movement. You're more so seeing a walk backwards, which is, buying him some time, but it's also allowing him to get cornered and put on the ropes. Much better round for the Babyface.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. Maybe a little bit of fatigue setting into Kiladze.
And that's the thing. When you know you're getting in the ring with the babyface or Showtime Sean Porter, you know you got to be in shape. Not only do you have to be in shape, you got to be in shape mentally just as much as you are physically. So we're starting to see Kiladze slow down just a little bit. This fourth round here will tell you where he's going at with his game plan during this fight.
There is a little nick over the right eye of Kownacki also.
You know, you look at Kownacki here, we take a look at action from round 3. Big left hook. But again, Kiladze hasn't shown much power. Punching much like you would anticipate a guy who was a cruiserweight.
A lot of arm punches too, huh?
Yeah, and one of the reasons for that is he's so conscious of moving back when he punches, or just before he punches, or just after he punches.
Going to take a look at the cut. Both cuts, actually, on Kownacki.
Time in.
A little swelling alongside the left eye of Kownacki, too.
Through 3 rounds, power punches landed, 42-37 for Kownacki. So this is, power-wise, at least been a very close fight.
Now, one thing that has to be said, and Freddie Roach told me this earlier today, that was a good right hand that I think got, and down he goes.
You were talking, Barry, but I was going to let you know that that first right hand was a big one.
That's what I started to say.
And something big was about to happen.
Got that out. I started to mention that Freddie Roach told me, I ran into him this morning, and he told me that Kownacki did have the flu last week. It's not an excuse, but it could speak to his fatigue. Kiladze, I'm sorry.
Okay.
And now he's holding on a lot.
Yeah, as ugly as this is, it's the right thing to do for him.
As ugly as it is, it's the right thing for him.
Yeah, he's going to lose the round 10-8 no matter what.
Yeah.
The key now is don't lose the fight in this round.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the legs to move out. So his best option is to move in, get close, try to hold and clinch, and work the clock.
Got a long way to go. Not yet at the halfway point of this round.
And one thing Kownacki's proving is whether he's 240 or 260, he throws a lot of punches. It doesn't matter what he weighs.
Yeah, he's ready to carry on that reputation and that style that he has of coming forward, not only taking punches, but being able to give them and sustain. You know, he's still powerful even though he's taken a lot of punches throughout this fight.
Kiladze's arms and gloves dangerously low right now.
And now Kownacki trying to close the deal here. Good left hand there. He just missed with an uppercut. Took a right hand.
You know, the point Sean made in round 1 is so legitimate, still legitimate. Kownacki does not have much defense, but Kiladze doesn't look like he can hurt him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting because, wow, even without having defense, he's able to still be strong and keep coming forward. He's very poised right now. He's very calm and in the ring and understanding that I'm going to come after you and I'm going to get you no matter what.
He's really looking like a very confident fighter right now, and he's actually walking to Kiladze a little bit more. Kiladze misses a wild right hand. Final 10 seconds of this round. Big round for Kownacki.
That was a great round of boxing. It was mostly one-sided, but still a great round of boxing.
And that looks like a tired fighter to me.
A lot of blood to go around in this fight.
Oh yeah, he's tired. He's leaned up against the corner.
And here's the knockdown. Let's see. I'm looking at their feet. Yep, I thought so. You know, the way Kiladze reacted when he got up was he said no knockdown, no knockdown.
Yeah.
Sure enough, Kownacki's left foot was on the foot of Kiladze, and that's why Kiladze went down. He did get hit,
Yeah, there it is.
I think that punch landed. Hard to tell from that angle.
The
but.
punch landed. He was moving backwards, and also his foot was stepped on. Nevertheless, that was a 10-8 round for him, and he's got another adjustment to make.
Now they're going to take a look at a cut over
Both
the right eye of Kiladze. So they're both
being examined, Barry.
I tell you what, I touched on it a little bit earlier. It's a part of the rules of the commission now. I appreciate it. Sometimes it does get in the way. It can be a little nagging or annoying. I think it's necessary.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, for the safety of the fighter, I'm for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're the fighter who's in control and you think you're about to score a knockout, of course you're going to get a little pissed off because you think the fight's almost over.
Yeah, and I've been there. I've been there where that guy is getting that extra breather. He's being checked out, and you're just kind of like, get out of the way, let's go.
I want to finish this thing.
Yeah.
In round 4, Kiladze threw 30 punches. Kownacki landed 25.
Yeah.
So that talks of the dominance of Kownacki.
Wow. And this is the other thing I like about the babyface right now, too, is he's not rushing anything. He's not overexerting himself. The same way you saw him in the first round is how he is right now. Just steady pace, throwing his hands, occasionally maybe taking one or two, but he's consistent, and I think that's what's getting the job done for him.
Kiladze keeping his gloves a little higher than he was last round.
But not offering much offensively.
Yeah, that's a problem. And when you fight a pressure fighter, and again, we have one of the best pressure fighters in the world here in Sean Porter, you don't want to be behind at the halfway mark.
Yeah.
Because the pressure fighter usually imposes his will and is more effective in the second half of the fight.
Right.
In this case, Kiladze's fallen behind in the first half of the fight, a bad sign.
Yeah, he's falling behind, which is something you don't want to do. And right now he's letting the babyface have his way.
Yeah, he sure is. Tried to hold on there, couldn't do it. Good job by Kownacki to step away and not allow himself to be tied up.
Doesn't help being long and lanky like that when you get tired and fatigued or you're hurt. Your arms start to wail, your legs start to shake a little bit, and everything is a tell when you're a tall, rangy guy. Everything is a tell. You can tell he's tired, you can tell he's fatigued, and he's hurt as well.
Again, moving backward, and Kownacki just trying to walk him down here. Kownacki being very patient, actually.
He is. He's not forcing anything. When they separate, when Sade Murdoch separates them, you know Kownacki's going to be punching. And so does Kiladze. He knows that too, and that's tough to deal with mentally.
Yeah, and I can't help but wonder if the babyface trains like I do.
Good right hand there. Another good right hand.
When I train, I'm under the understanding that the knockout is going to come. Don't rush it, and that's what the babyface is doing right now. Kiladze, he's just moving backwards. That's his only move right now is backwards. Maybe a punch here or there.
Not much on that when he does throw a punch.
He's got to bite down. Kiladze's got a long way to go. He's got to bite down.
Yep, and Kownacki just kind of walking him down here, being very patient.
Nobody trains like you, Sean. You use all that high-tech stuff. I know that. Kownacki trains at the dinner table sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
I believe it. I believe it. That's where I've been lately.
Danny Milano, probably the best cut man in the New York City area, working on Kownacki's nose. Could be busted, who knows? And we take a look at action from round 5. Kownacki showing a little dimension, uppercut, overhand right.
Yeah. And I've seen it all from Kiladze, and I love it. He's throwing the right punches. He's not wasting energy, not doing any more or any less than he needs to do right now.
No, and you know, he is 20 pounds heavier than he was last time, and he's not any threat to win the Mr. America contest.
No.
But you know what? He seems like he's still got a lot in the tank.
Yeah.
Good right hand right there.
And he's honest. We say to him, how do you come in 20 pounds heavier than you did for your best win? And he said, I like to eat.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He said he went to Poland after his last fight. His family over there likes to eat and they like to feed him. And he said he's more than willing to eat it.
But he does have to give himself the best chance to win, and you would think 20 pounds off would help.
Definitely.
Because he's not far from getting a shot at the title.
Definitely. And the way this fight's going right now is going to go in his favor. I would suggest maybe losing that 20 pounds. It may be beneficial for him right now as far as energy and then also some power. Maybe lose 10 or 15 and add some defense to the repertoire.
I have the sense, not to interrupt, Sean, I'm sorry, but I have the sense that this is not going to go much further. Kiladze is going backward all the time now, not offering much in return, taking some unanswered shots.
And the bad news for Kiladze is there's a whole half of a fight to go.
Yep.
They're only at the halfway mark.
Wow. Good right hand, sharp right hand.
And when there's very little distance between them, those long arms of Kiladze are a real negative.
They are non-existent right now.
Sharp right hand again, I'm sorry. I think Kiladze is just about ready to go.
Overhand
right
right.
hand again and an uppercut. Kiladze just trying to find some place to tie him up. Still a long way to go, over a minute in this round.
Let's not forget about this commission. If they don't see what they need
Two
to see.
uppercuts and a right hand.
There it is.
And
there
down
it is.
he goes. And I'm not sure. He gets up, but he's done. It is all over.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just mentioning, if the commission doesn't see what they need to see, they'll stop the fight as well. He went down, which I obviously didn't expect, but you can see even with him getting up, ref here didn't see he was, ready to continue.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, I thought so.
Good call.
Kownacki, I thought, did everything he needed to do. He weathered the storm early. I thought he lost the first 2 rounds, and after that, no contest.
And, you look at the guy and you go, is Anthony Joshua sweating about this guy? No. Is Deontay Wilder sweating about this guy? No. But the fact of the matter, and I'm not suggesting he's in that league because of the lack of defense, but the fact is he's a very marketable guy because he's so exciting and he has a built-in fan base here.
And it gets him into the conversation at the very least.
Yeah, he might get a shot.
I don't think anybody's saying, he's going to go over to England and beat Joshua, or go to Birmingham and beat Wilder for that matter. But it gets him into the conversation.
I tell you what, he's very interesting, very exciting to watch. Gets him in the conversation, and let's not forget that looks can be deceiving.
Yes, especially with heavyweights.
So, especially with heavyweights. They just have a different kind of power. They have a different kind of power.
Picture-perfect uppercut. And then a right hand, and that's what did it.
And that's it. Kiladze's legs fail him here. He tries to stand upright, but he can't. And when a guy that size falls, it takes a lot to get him up.
Yeah. Long way up, huh?
Yeah.
Long way up.
Long way down and a long way up.
And you got to do it in parts.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
it was an entertaining fight, I thought. And again,
Yeah.
I thought, Kiladze did everything he could. I honestly, going into this fight, I gave him a real chance to win this fight. And I come away very impressed with Kownacki, who you can see he was dealing with the huge Polish population here in the city of New York near Greenpoint, not far from here, actually. And there's a big contingent of Polish fans here. You might have heard them singing some Polish songs before, as they are right now.
Yeah. Sounds like a British soccer game.
It makes it fun to watch,
It sure does.
When you got a Polish fighter in there giving it his all, very consistent with his pressure, willing to take some shots and also give some shots. Very dynamic fighter that we saw here in Kownacki.
Yeah,
and I'm looking forward to seeing more of him.
Yeah, as am I. And let's get the official decision. We'll go up to Jimmy Lennon Jr. and make it all official here. And then we'll come back, talk a little bit more about the heavyweight division, what might be next both for Kownacki and for the rest of the heavyweight division. There's a lot of action going on in boxing, what used to be boxing's premier division, and it's kind of in a renaissance right now as we wait for Jimmy Lennon to give us the official verdict. And there's not much that has to be made official. It happened in the 6th round, about 2 minutes into the 6th round, and it was very effective for the winner, Kownacki. Here's Jimmy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes, 8 seconds in round number 6. He is the winner by way of knockout. He is undefeated. The Polish heavyweight sensation, Adam Babyface Kownacki.
So there is your winner after losing the first couple of rounds, at least on my